So in restoration, we break down the lateral drags a lot. I know this is the exercise that we're kind of known for, and still people sort of misuse it and don't get the benefit from it. So let's go over a couple key concepts again, just to clean up some of the issues with actually using the lateral drag. One is that, again, I'd rather set up from a quadruped position and then move my legs out. This allows me to ensure myself that I'm in the right position to pull the weight as I go through the drag. If you try to get in the push-up position first, a lot of times people end up too high up, and then what happens is they start getting into their shoulders and their necks, okay? So obviously we want to keep it much lower to the body. So setting up in that quadruped position is really important. And for a lot of people, we can change the range of motion. So typically people see the lateral drag as a full motion from side to side. But there's no reason, obviously with the iso pull is one option, that we can't shorten the range of motion. So if I start the bag underneath me, I can actually get into the drill and shorten the range of motion by just doing a small pull out, plant, small pull out, back to the middle. So shortening that range of motion allows me to focus upon still having the drag action, but not having as much load acting upon my body. So again, my tolerance to that time under tension can be much better. So I can break after doing maybe 30 seconds or 5 reps, go do something else, come back and go to the other side. So before we like to make things harder, we gotta make sure that people are doing these drills really well, because the benefit only comes from using proper intent and purpose behind each and every exercise. She's going to slowly again drag the bag across, but once she gets to that end point, she's going to just start to rotate her hips and her feet and pull the bag in. And that ties in that lat like that side plank row that we've shown in restoration. Again, going back to the side, once she clears, pulling back in, see how she never loses that trunk stability. And relax, Jessica. What we don't want to see is when that person rotates their body, they disconnect, they basically keep their pelvis stationary and just turn their trunk or their thoracic spine. We want to see the hips change position. That's going to require the feet to change too. So you can get in that modified side plank position, and that is where the benefit of the exercise comes. And what we're doing by pulling the weight in towards the body is keeping those connections to help that transition to be more smooth and to not rely heavily on any one component. Because as people transition to that motion, you want to actively grab the ground with a hand, corkscrew, keep that shoulder packed as that weight's being rode low to the body. You shouldn't see that shoulder being elevated. Again, it's that belly button across transition that makes the exercise so great.